justifying the down payment. Shoot for the moon and land on the stars. Now, this concept is basically based on customers are gonna fight you regardless of the option that you give them. So it doesn't matter the amount of the approximate or the actual total. They're still gonna fight you. So let's say for instance you give them 250 to 320. They're gonna tell you, why is it so much? How much are you charging me? How much is your fee? If you give them 250 to 290, why is it so much? Why am I paying a down payment? Where's my money going? Or simply if you give them 150 to 200, how much are you charging me? Why is the insurance company requesting so much money? There's other places that they don't charge me anything at all. So regardless of the option that you give them, they're always going to fight you a little bit. Now, my goal is to teach you to give you different tools. All of these tools are going to help you eliminate that fight, eliminate that process of them questioning the options. So the more you practice, the more you learn through all of the courses that you're actually learning from, you're going to be able to have so much power when you're educating, justifying, and disclosing the information that the majority of your customers at one point, they're not going to fight you at all. They're going to say, here's my credit card, let's do it. Let's process it. I love it. Thank you for the information. So that's the goal, to get to a level that you're so knowledgeable, you're so confident that no one's going to question anything. But before you get there, I need you to understand that customers are going to fight you. Customers are going to question. They're going to ask in so many ways, why is it so much? Why am I paying so much? So it doesn't matter the option that you give them, they're still going to question that. And they have a reason to do it. I don't disagree. They could question anything they want. My job is going to be to justify, to add value, to convince them that the option that I'm giving them is the best option. My job is going to be to educate them, to give them so much information that their questions, their concerns are no longer concerns. So when choosing your approximates, shoot a little bit higher because they're going to fight you anyways. That's the whole concept. Shoot for the moon and land on the stars. So you increase your broker's fee, shoot a little bit higher, and settle for something a little bit higher than what you initially thought. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say your goal was to offer 250, total 250. So you're going to give them an approximate of possibly 160 to 210. And your goal is to offer 250. They're going to fight you anyways. So you may go for that 250. They're going to question, they're going to fight you, and you're going to have to lower it to possibly 198. So you're shooting for 250 and you're going to settle for 198. See, the concept of this is shoot a little bit higher and then you drop it. They're going to fight you anyways. You're going to settle for something higher than what you initially wanted to by shooting a little bit higher. So instead of going for a 250, let's go for a 298 to make it a little bit easier to understand. So instead of going for 160 to 210, most likely I'm going to go for 190 to 250. And regardless if they still give me some negatives within the approximate, I'm still shooting for 298. I'm still going to stay focused on the concept of shooting higher and landing a little bit lower, but it's still going to be higher than your initial total. So let's say, for instance, we go for 298. If I drop it, I may drop it to 275, for instance. Maybe give them a $25 referral, and I'll close them on 275. They still fought me. I still dropped it, but guess what? I didn't go for 250. I went for 298. I didn't drop it to 198. I dropped it to 275. So this 275 is actually even higher than the 250 that I initially wanted to shoot for. So you shoot higher, and if you drop the total, it's still going to be higher than what your initial option was. So the concept of this is to understand that customers are going to fight you regardless. It doesn't matter what option you're going to give them. They're still going to fight you. They're going to tell you, why am I paying so much? Why is it so much? Where's my money going? Whatever it is, they're going to fight you for that. So therefore, your job is to justify the reason why they should pay that amount that you're requesting. But if you're shooting higher, it gives you a better possibility of closing the deal higher than what you initially thought. It's a little bit of a mentality concept. So once again, shoot higher. They're going to fight you anyways. Justify it, add value, close them on the 298, for instance. And if you're not able to close them on the 298, then drop the total a little bit lower. Give them a $25 discount. It's still going to be higher than your initial $250 that you wanted to go for. And this is how you charge more broker's fee. Now, if you shoot for the $150 that you wanted, most likely you're going to finish with $100. If you shoot for a $200, you're going to finish with $150. So why not shoot higher? Go for a $200, settle for $150. Go for a $300, settle for a $250. Go for a $350 and settle for a $300. So keep in mind, they're going to fight you regardless. So shoot a little bit higher. You're still going to land. You're still going to close the deal with a higher amount than what you initially wanted to shoot for.